How's it going? I am Nathan David Walker, the writer and director of Til I Rot.
My name is Ian Harmoning. I am the producer on Til I Rot.
My name is Jesse Hernandez, and I'm the first AD. My first experience on a film set was actually with Leo and the Shark, which was a movie that Nate wrote and directed. And when I showed up, he asked me if I could run the boom op, which I had never done before.
It was like a scrappy little indie movie that I made with my friends on the weekends.
You know, all of us were kind of cutting our teeth with that whole production. By the end of it, we learned so much, formed incredible bonds that obviously are still with us today, and kind of paved a path for us to actually get started in the film industry. It was awesome.
Yeah, we were able to make a hour-and-a-half long feature film, get it picked up for distribution. It got thrown up on Amazon Prime, which was pretty cool.
After Leo and the Shark, I was able to start getting on some, bigger budget Hollywood, films that were filming in Massachusetts.
He had just started working as a background extra on Little Women, and I think he just put my name in for a PA position. From there, I just kind of hopped from set to set. You get to know people, you get a bit of experience here and there.
I've worked on over 40 short films, and I've also worked on 40 union film and television productions.
So I wrote Til I Rot shortly after my mom had passed away. I had a series of very intense dreams. They were vivid and visceral, and they stuck with me. When I finally sat down to write this project, I had enough time to kind of process my mom's death. I realized that there was this really strong thematic tether between all of these dreams. And so as I started to craft a narrative, it was a major form of catharsis for me, but it also became about more than that.
Til I Rot, from how I see it, is about how restrictive depression can be on your entire psyche, trying to persevere and overcome that.
Til I Rot is about generational trauma, particularly around abuse and how it's processed by the survivors.
It takes place in a dream state. Our main protagonist, he has to kind of go back through his memories and face all this past trauma in order to basically escape this loop that he's in.
Survivors of trauma are often distrustful of others, and in terms of Til I Rot, very often distrustful of themselves.
Every viewer is going to have a different interpretation. I mean, just passing this script around to our friends, every person had a different interpretation, and all of them were valid. I think that's why it speaks to so many people, and it will speak to so many people, and why it has to get made.
Filmmaking to me is the perfect merger of technicality and artistry. So some inspirations from a visual standpoint, things like Stalker and The Mirror come to mind. David Lynch, certainly, there's Lynchian aspects to it.
We are filming in New England. New England has a storied history in horror. There's Stephen King, there's Salem, there's H.P. Lovecraft.
We love the film industry around here, and the overall ambiance of New England in general is perfect for the themes that we're trying to convey.
Many of the crew have either been out of work because of strikes or are getting into the industry now, and we're ready to work.
We're basically gonna be using the donations and the money raised to pay for every aspect of production and post-production.
$5 for a coffee or $5 to help make something new come into existence.
If you're not able to donate money, the other things that we could really use is just getting the word out and sharing it with your friends and family.
Obviously, if you give us money, I will like you more.
We would love if you followed our Instagram page, if you shared our Seed and Spark campaign. Any engagement helps.
It's really trippy and surreal and creepy, but besides being kind of esoteric, there is a narrative structure there that keeps you on the rails.
I think viewers of Til I Rot are going to get an uncomfortable experience. But it's horror, it's a thriller. Movies are meant to entertain, be thought-provoking, and make people ask questions, be uncomfortable.
It's gonna be a gnarly movie.
That's it. That's the one. Perfect.